Hi, my name is Isabella Cheng, and today we are talking about GeekCon, Shreveport Bossia's very own Comic Con. That is all things comic books and pop culture right here in Shreveport Bossia. And here to talk about it is one of the founders, Greg Adam. How you doing?
Doing great.
And you've also had many guests. Your guest list this year is pretty extensive. You've got, WWE Hall of Famer Scott Steiner, which is super exciting. The 1990s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Shredder. I'm super excited about that, if you couldn't tell. And so, what are you most excited about this year?
We're pretty excited for a couple of different things. It's our milestone anniversary, so we like to celebrate something every year. Sometimes we accidentally stumble into themes for the event, and this year we're kind of a little more deliberate with it's our milestone anniversary, so let's celebrate some other milestone anniversaries. You mentioned the Turtles. It's the 35th anniversary of the release of the 1990 movie. So we have a representative of every turtle from the first year, and then we have Shredder, as you mentioned, so we have a 35th anniversary celebration there. We also have Jason Lee, Ethan Suplee, and Jeremy London from the movie Mallrats, which debuted in 1995, so we have a 30th anniversary on that one. Barry Bostwick from Rocky Horror Picture Show is coming. It's the 50th anniversary of Rocky Horror Picture Show. We have Francois Petit and Chris Casamassa from Mortal Kombat. They were Scorpion and Sub-Zero. That movie came out in 1995 as well, so it's a 30th anniversary. So we find ourselves with a lot of milestone anniversaries that we get to celebrate as part of our own milestone anniversary. I mentioned Jeremy London. He is one of the guests from our first year ever. So back in 2015, he was one of the main guests that we had. And one of the things we wanted to do this year was bring back some of the guests that we've seen, some of the guests that have helped us make it to 10 years. So having Jeremy on board is great. We also have Vanessa Angel, who's been in a couple of times. Mentioned Barry Bostwick, he's been here before. So bringing back a couple of those guests that we've seen over the last few years to kind of celebrate the fact that, hey, you guys helped make it 10 years. Let's celebrate together. So we've got a couple of different things that we're doing this year that are pretty cool.
And so I guess you're hosting the Mutant Ninja Turtles Shellathon as well, right?
Yeah.
Can we talk a little bit about that?
So that's part of our milestone celebrations. The Turtles Shellabration is going to have 4 turtles from the original 1990 movie. We have 2 of the suit actors and we have 2 of the voices. So we have a good run of this. Ernie Reyes was the martial artist who was in the Donatello suit. He also, in the Turtles universe, became Kino, the main human lead in Turtles 2. In the first movie, we had Raphael's martial artist, Ken Scott. We have him appearing. We have the voice of Michelangelo, Robbie Rist, who was also Michelangelo in the second and third movies. And Brian Tochi was the voice of Leonardo in all 3 movies as well. So we have all 4 of the Turtles represented. And then we do have Francis Chow, who was not Shredder in the first movie, but he was Shredder in the second movie. And if we're going to have the Turtles, we got to have a Shredder. So we just made sure that we have Turtles and a Shredder to celebrate the Shellabration. And we're going to have a pizza party during GeekCon. Tickets to the pizza party are available with some of our ticket packages. So if you want to spend some time, have a slice, hang out with the Turtles, that will be happening at the event this year as well.
Yeah, and it's so wild to see that many people come in to Shreveport just to, enjoy this event. And I want to give, a shout out to the people that have helped you this far. Can you tell me about, I know Marissa and then your partner in crime?
So, if we dial this all the way back to 2015, this was just kind of a loose, crazy idea. Marissa, Matt, and I all just kind of put our heads together and said, why not? Why not here? And a little bit of that too was not just why not here, but do it right here. Like this type of event, this Comic-Con event, there are going to be hundreds, if not thousands, that take place throughout the United States in this year. But not all of those will make it to year 2. There are a lot of these events that start up and they don't really know what to expect or what they're doing. And unfortunately, there's a lot of cases where they're doing it to take advantage of other people. So for this event, we wanted to make sure that we did it right from the beginning, and we've held together that first initial. We want to do this right. We want to do this not just to do it, but we want to do this the right way. So we've continued to do that, and Matt and I work on a daily basis. We talk either through the wall in our offices or email or whatever it is, but there's generally not an action that takes place with this event that both of us don't know about as it's happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the fact that it's just the two of you now is wild. And I know that there is a Geek'd app too. Can you talk to me about that for people who don't know about it?
So the app is awesome because it's just a Geek'd app. So it's not a bigger app that has Geek'd featured in it where you have to go search for it. You can actually download our whole app that will have a link to everything that you need. So if you're planning to come to the event, it's got the whole lineup in it, it's got the dates in it, it's got a link to buy tickets. If you're a vendor and want to participate, it'll have a link to get your vendor booth. During the event, it'll have your cosplay contest instructions, it'll have your panel schedules, it'll have photo op schedules, it'll have a map of the room. So everything that you need with the event will be available in the palm of your hand. And the app is free to download, and it's in all the app stores.
Awesome. And going back to cosplay, sorry, are you going to dress up this year?
I have never technically participated in cosplay. I am not that creative, and I am not that focused to be able to do what a lot of these folks do. I fully support everybody who has the ability to do it. I'm just not. I'm not in that ability to take care of that.
What are you super excited to see for this 10th year?
So we're excited every year because this is something that's like a big shining light for Shreveport. A lot of times when people talk about Shreveport, they make jokes about like, oh, there's never anything to do, or why would I want to go to Shreveport? Or, there's nothing good in Shreveport. This is one of those things that's like a really, really good, shining, bright spot for Shreveport. Doing it for 10 years now just really shows that this is something super positive for the city. We attract in a lot of people who come to the city that otherwise may not. This is the type of event that one of my favorite things to hear every year is somebody either visiting or a local to say, I never thought I'd see something this cool in Shreveport. So we're really excited to have 10 years of that now.
What is like the coolest cosplay that you've seen? You know, guests come in and fly in from all over the nation. What are your like top couple that you've seen?
So our cosplay contest every year is crazy. I've argued for 10 years now that Shreveport and Bossier are pound for pound the geekiest place in America. And when we see the quality of cosplay that we get at our show compared to shows that are gigantic in like Dallas or New Orleans, we have the same, if not better, cosplay at our event. And if people aren't familiar with cosplay, it's effectively dressing up as a character or a theme from a pop culture show or event. So we have a lot of people who spend months, if not a full calendar year, building their cosplay. Over the last few years, we've had some winners who have done some very articulate work as far as foam sculpting, and even some work, some borderline engineering. A few years back, we had somebody who came in with one of the updated Captain America suits. Captain America in the movies is Sam Wilson, played by Anthony Mackie, who was the Falcon. So he has wings as part of his suit. And she had created a backpack that had an actuator from a garage door opener that when she pressed a button, wings came up out of her suit. And she brought that to Geek'd to debut it and won our cosplay contest that year, and went on to win some other cosplay contests, and actually went to an event in New Orleans where Anthony Mackie was appearing. He saw the cosplay and brought her up on stage with him during a panel. So that's the level of cosplay that we see here, which in regions our size and events our size, you don't normally see that type of stuff.
Just to, you know, be seen and also take photos with their, you know, celebrity superstars. And so that's a really beautiful thing. Do you know roughly the numbers of how many people, I guess, showed up last year and the economic impact there?
Generally, the economic impact studies we have done shown that it's over $1 million in economic impact. Sometimes it fluctuates depending on the amount of people. Last year, we were safely over 10,000 people that attended over the weekend. It's always really hard to get an exact number, but we try our best. And so our safest way, our most conservative way to say it, is that we always have at least 10,000 people in that weekend. Some of those weekends have been over 20,000. Some of them have been probably like 11,000 people. But it's just very safe. So then nobody can come back and say, oh, you said that we had 12,000 people and we counted 11,572. So you were wrong. Okay, we have over 10,000. So we had over 10,000 folks throughout the weekend last year. And I would estimate, based on the studies that have been done previously, there was over $1 million in economic impact to downtown Shreveport.
That is wonderful. Thank you, Greg, so much for your time. I'm super excited for Geek'd. It's in August, so people, if they want to go buy tickets, go check it out on their website. They are on sale now. And yeah, you can go have a pizza party with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cast. So that's super exciting. And you can have all of the details on our website. Thank you so much for watching. And thank you, Greg, for joining us.
Thank you.